I think Anthony Albanese government is in real trouble. I think it is very hard to re-elect in 2025 if this situation continues in Australia. There are many factors which contribute to the fall of the Anthony Albanese. We can say that housing crisis, cost of living crisis, and increase in anti-Semitism, and RBA signals no interest rate cut at. Talking about housing crisis, Australian housing shortage is a direct result of increasing immigration. Total number of immigration last in Australia last year March until March 2024 is 0.5, like nearly half million, and there is government doesn't build enough house to cover the flow of immigration. I know there are number of reasons because of the housing. Number of houses are not building enough in Australia because of limited land availability, slow modification of planning laws, and rising construction cost. And we can say that past as well as present government have not built enough houses to accommodate people coming from the other countries as well. And talking about another thing is that I think if RBA does not cut interest rate in coming year in May 2025, then there will be real trouble for the Anthony Albanese, because many homeowners are really waiting for the interest cut of interest rate from Central Bank of Australia. At the moment, many people are struggling with different type of problems. So economic problems, social problems as well. So like in if RBA cut interest rate, then the homeowner will be very happy, and they do not have to pay high interest rate for the repayment of the loans of the land and housing packages. I know RBA doesn't have RBA. It hasn't cut interest rate yet because it has unchanged 4.35%, because there is inflation in the market. They haven't met their target until yet. So I think it is expected to cut interest rate in May next year 2025. And another problem is cost of living crisis. Anthony Albanese government is really facing this challenge for the re-election as well. There is an increase in the prices of groceries, high interest, prices of house prices, rent, increase in the rent prices, increase in the food prices, and high transportation costs, rising education costs, and energy costs as well. So everything is in everything price of goods and services are rising day by day. So the increase in the real wages does not help for the Australian people due to the rise of the prices of goods and services and home appliances and other daily goods. Another point, which is an increase in anti-Semitism in Australia. The silence, anti-Semitism and racism flourished in Australia after the Ukraine-Russia war, and especially after the war in Middle East. Israel and Hamas war fueled anti-Semitism in Australia. And there are 478 separate anti-Semitism incidents already happened last year in Australia. So all people, every politician and every opposition party, they always talking about there is no place for anti-Semitism in Australia, but it is happening every day now and then. I think we can see there is a prime example of recently happened in the Melbourne with the Jewish community. So I think government should consider these things in a timely manner, otherwise it is very hard and out of control in future, so that there will be more incident and more people will die. So there, I think if Anthony Albanese want to re-elect in future 2025, then he should consider all these things and solve the problems of the people, so that people can vote for him. Actually, there is the rise in the support of opposition as well, Liberal and Nationalist Party. Peter Dutton, like rating is improving day by day, and Anthony Albanese rating is decreasing day by day. So there are many factors which will affect the coming year election is housing problems, and another important factor is energy. There is increase in the energy cost in Australia as well. So may opposition party propose nuclear plants in various parts of Australia. They want to build nuclear energy for the clean energy and long term solution. But current government are, and some people, Australian people who are living in a proposed area, are not happy with building the nuclear plants in their area, because it costs huge, it needs huge amount of costs, and Australia, I think, could not afford at the moment, because it is going to build submarine and all everything, so it cannot allocate money for the nuclear energy. So current government is focusing on the renewable energy like solar, hydro, and clean other energy as well. So I think next year election will be interesting to look, and it is hard for Anthony Albanese to re-elect in the coming elections. Stay tuned, guys. See you next video.